Welcome back to Instables again, going over our daily update on our intraday swing and long perspective here again. As we did mention yesterday, we were going to come down, retest our 20 and have a bounce here. That's exactly what happened. And as you guys can see again, we have been looking for that possible bullish candle structure as we are on the up and over channel, while our 20-day has been crossing above our 50 for that possible shift into bullish momentum. I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news before market open, looking for those major volatile breakouts that you want to be watching throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today again. Let's jump into this one. So jumping into the SPY with you guys here, looking at our intraday perspective off the bat, looking at our recent momentum by looking at our candle structure here on our daily chart again from Wednesday into Thursday, getting an engulfing candle to the downside, following through with that engulfing candle. However, not a major sell-off, very much sitting on a pullback here as we are testing our 20-day here now, as we do lead into CPI, very much setting up for that move into CPI on Tuesday. And again, as we did have our Morningstar set up on our 20-day moving average prior, continued on higher. Now we are sitting on that pullback for that retest on our 20. Again, as our 20 has been crossing above our 50, we mentioned that we are shifting from bearish into bullish momentum. So again, now we are retesting our 20 as we do have our 20 above our 50. If we continue on with our 20-day above our 50 and we continue to respect it, that will be that continuation on higher. So again, that will be the watch going into next week. Again, this will be exactly what we're watching out for intraday, looking for that possible continuation on higher or possible continuation on lower if CPI happens to come out higher. The reason why CPI coming out higher would give us a major sell-off is because that would give us a longer and possible more restrictive policy narrative to come. So again, that would be our narrative, is that there is more possible restrictive policy to come. So we will be watching out for what CPI comes out on this Tuesday, how exactly we hold above our 20. If we happen to drop down below our 20 on Monday, that would be very interesting if that happened to happen, but in my opinion, not exactly likely. More likely that we do have some type of indecisive candle at this point in time, hammer candle, possibly maybe a fake break to the downside. We'll see exactly what happens. But again, that hammer candle could very much be that possible confirmation and follow through to the upside. So we'll see exactly what candle we come out with on Monday, but Tuesday CPI will very much be that watch there. Now, looking at our weekly chart, looking at our weekly perspective here, as you guys can see again, a couple weeks ago, closing above the upper end of our channel that we did mention, closing again above the upper end of our channel, now closing this last week here with the doji candle here, possible rejection to the upside. So we will be watching out to see if we do close lower here going into next week, or if we do possibly close higher, which would be that continuation on that momentum and indecisiveness to the upside. And again, very much predicated on how CPI digests, in my opinion, again, will be very key. Again, prior we did have CPI coming out. We had a false break here, a major rejection to the upside. We do not want the same thing to happen. So again, looking at exactly how we digest on the daily chart will be key. If we do close lower here, though, we will be looking for that possible continuation with our 20 weekly moving average crossing above our 50 weekly moving average, as we are now looking to see if we can respect our 20 weekly moving average to the upside if we do hold above the upper end of our channel here. So again, assuming that we do continue on above our channel here, that we would be looking for our 20 weekly moving average to cross above our 50 weekly moving average and get that bullish candle structure. Again, that is if we close lower here on the week, we can assume that we are going to be retesting our 20 weekly moving average for that possible continuation on higher. In my opinion, that very much will be predicated on if we get that increase in unemployment, and we will see exactly how that plays out. And now looking at the monthly chart again, we have been talking about our long perspective and how it's very relative to how we look at our intraday and swing perspective here. Again, we had this candle almost full here earlier this week, but we also mentioned that we very much had to take in consideration that we are testing our 20-month moving average here. So again, assuming that we could have a rejection to the upside, we did get that rejection to the upside. Now, again, we are not closing this candle still yet. We are still moving within this candle, but at this point in time, we are showing, again, a rejection candle to the upside, an inverted hammer on that possible long perspective. So again, looking to see how this candle closes. We want to see a solid close here. We want to see a possible follow through on that close above our 20-month moving average to show that we can continue. And again, looking at our MACD will be key here if we're going to continue on higher long term. Our 12 EMA needs to cross above our 26 EMA to show that we are going to continue on with any strength here That doesn't necessarily mean that every single price of every single stock will be back to where it was, but one thing that we will be watching out for definitely will be that 12 EMA and 26 crossing higher on the MACD. Now looking back over our intraday perspective here, as you guys can see, the levels that we're looking for if we do continue on higher here, in my opinion, is to close above 416. Again, this is our prior sell-off point that we have been talking about. Again, this is a huge gap down that we had here, and we don't want this to be a false break here. We want to make sure that we do close above and continue on higher here with strength. Again, we do have our EMA lines above the median or MACD. We still have that capability of crossing with our 12 back above our 26. But currently, one thing that we have to consider here is that on the daily chart, we are crossing or just crossing with our 12 below our 26. Possible cool down here, possible momentum to the downside here if we do continue on with this sell pressure, as we do have an increase in sell pressure now coming in. But again, we do have CPI. This very much could be a quick, shorter amount of sell pressure that turns into a large amount of buy pressure that comes in real quick. So again, we'll see exactly how this plays out. But keeping that in mind going to next week, that we are cautious intraday, again, to the upside, as we do have our 12 and our 26 crossing lower. However, with CPI, we'll see exactly what happens. Again, Powell seems to think that CPI and inflation has peaked, and that we very much do need that increase in unemployment to continue on higher. So again, keeping that in mind as we are looking for that momentum going into this week will be very key. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news, major volatile breakouts that you want to be watching before market open every single day, go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today. Again, all of you Instables, I appreciate your support every single day. We will continue to go at it, stay patient, and take what the market gives us. Looking forward to it this week to see exactly what CPI comes out as, what exact momentum we get going into this week, and continuing to take what the market gives us. As you guys know, is my number one key, is exactly what we will continue to stay focused on, guys. Staying consistent is really the number one thing that's on my mind personally every single day. So again, keeping that in mind. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.